One thing about we should is to broaden the tax net.
Okay.
Tax and we don't want to introduce a suppressive tax laws. No. We want to do something to compel everybody. Say why I was already uchi tax.
I was a baby able baba and a mumu eguso baba. I'm a Ghana for be asked at Ebu Efu, I'm master reacting to that. Then you answer His Excellency John Mahama and an NDC team no. Who sees best another form of tax. A play rules similar or same as E-Levy. Beba. Almost a move fed in E-Levy never to study, but the mode of operation E-Levy was taxes that will be imposed on electronic transactions. I'm a Ghana for I react to that. Now in this video, what we say, number you now what I say. I Penyah block media. That's what I say. Over like hit video now that over subscribers and now click the notification icon for latest updates. Now bet you why the mama comments. Chance of us na she video was so say any be ashe. It is a very short part of a kai said 2024 election when the campaign time. His Excellency Eka say money no day. What I say? Money no day. Bets our boys in trying to small where them take by Gobeswa. You go put betting tax on it. Obianya coins be 1 million be all send if your man and maybe say nana take this amount of money go buy changing car we come chop swa. And now the government deducts 1% from the money. Emma, it was the incumbent president, His Excellency John Mahama, and the NDC team, so the campaign part the board, the then government, HP were going to put in a trade support to that because now I want to them. What I say. But in that same sense, no, because I'm more because E-Levy is good. Let's maintain it. Ghana. Ghana can sustain without tax. We don't need tax. We need sustainability. We have enough resources that we can use to stabilize the economy. We don't need taxes. We don't have to impose many taxes on the people. But it was so interesting, say, now Mahama Kray Krada will preach this gospel message Krada. I think that 2013 in Mukrana or Omo Swaswa Nema Udumia they Kaye for the grand. Mahama imposed a tax on them. What I say? But obviously tax by E-Levy they don't say Sikano man with you from Edinano. The Agri Echo Bencomia Trobetia, no, Epudimon baby as His Excellency Ebia Sente, Bill Nadico Parliament said E-Levy any betting tax, just crack me up. Obey Sente, my says, yeah, by E-Levy through say betting tax, if you know. I transfer COVID-19 tax because before we say Mahama and the Casse, Ghana and Kwane or Maya, COVID many years ago, but yes, still, yeah, that's the COVID levy. I didn't know your president could be here for in his 120 days, but and then he's silent on that. What I said. Now, on the 12th of May 2025, and one of NDC's communicators, Equatina or FM, a whole of you two say, NDC is making provisions ready to impose another tax just to widen, the tax net. One person widen Ghana, your tax net, they are making provisions, putting resources together to impose another tax on Ghanaians, and that tax will be on electronic transactions, similar as something same as E-Levy.
One thing about we should is to broaden the tax net.
Okay.
Tax and we don't want to introduce a suppressive tax laws. No. We want to do something to compel everybody. Say why I was already uchi tax. Do you know say a year freeway E-Levy everywhere. In place of E-Levy, we are planning say but use mobile money payment, energy tax. For example, what of be me pay what them amount. A win-win situation. So we now the mobile momo to car, now reference one, put pressure one means services, and one would be a better free nipano. Set 2 cities are about and I'm so my minya, doctor taxing and Camina, would give 50 pesos.
In the end, a wholesome tax. But some people can evade it because a optional. So man press one.
That is why
that
is why it is our motivation because what's we are it will lessen all tax obligation because I think there was a tax my buy. Will be our different over the first 430 930 will be take your penny and maybe 15,000 16,000.
Yeah.
Because apparently the momo chana car. was a penny maybe get a cana a friend a banjo. Mason here, why you contract or and collation as Mimi Chenaka and never quite no man. 2 of the whole week, 20,000. Mede Manua. Or also no, so I'm Taha, I want to take over a Unitarian client. Also, been a big cacao. So, idea a person, a boy in
to reintroduce a different form of E-Levy.
Yes. No,
E-Levy about a different form of E-Levy.
Mr. Oko transfer can I told you.
No, it's a wholesome and
that's why I said in place and don't even mention E-Levy.
No, my friend is an electronic transaction.
We do her, we will find a name for it, but a idea will be a better because anything about creating.
I see.
And you see, once we are able to increase government revenue, and then then finally, the extractive sector and natural resources. We also have a strategy in the next 4 years, and the may increase anything to about 55%. Once we are able to do that, or man can have cash in a pan, can try a day. If the union can we are, then we have to sit down and tighten the loopholes. A crime officer says, can you be to me for baby? I'll bet much channel, Nina, their co friends, investment, a bit more money. I see.
And my soul is a I know dear, young friend E-Levy, na ya edruha, you pay dinner at the amano. But it is the same as the E-Levy, electronic transactions, mobile money, banking services, all these are electronic transactions. And any tax that is being imposed on these transactions can be termed as what? E-Levy. Electronic levy, but almost there be any E-Levy. Almost the E-Levy into the term E-Levy, no means E-Levy, no. Hey, something dangerous. Hey, but E-Levy is just simple, terminology, simple vocabulary. But obviously E-Levy there. As a woman say, hey, I said, I know the name E-Levy. I say your bonnet, I say the bonnet, be there moon term as E-Levy. What I say. And when this news broke up, now I was monitoring the space. I was monitoring the media space, how the media would chance on this particular issue. And it was so interesting. Said the media is so silent on this. And I was like, how? Yesterday, it was someone's government. We lambasted the person. It wasn't good. Today, the same person who led us to lambast someone for imposing such a burden on Ghanaians is trying to come out with something similar to what he lambasted days ago. And now the media is silent on that. And I'm so surprised. I am so surprised. I was saying, I do a question. Ghana for me, so I reacted to that.
A friend of Mahama has here 100 days in office. That the useless doctors. Say one more strike, emergency one ya ya be form pe eno ana me ye de omu chiri de omu time de omu pese o maso betie no eno ene ya meye abusu Steve no man nche wa ha ya misre wani die mu a ma Steve no nche wa ha ya but mo dia so be like this video we e dia mame like me ne wa me patcho me ne wa like this video we e mame na uwia na wa share mare visa be comment but for sabo plus button so for trending issues and news updates in Ghana. The Mare Visa your platform we so you need attempt yen kaboa yen kakwasia yen intellectual analysis, backward science and data. Of course, may criticize the power, but very constructively, not destructively. Ghanaian by birth, Asantini by grace. Yes, yes, yeah. My Juma we see na yenko. In fact, my chance upon a certain video. Now, video no any emunsem kaya na etwetwe maso kakra. Na me trust di na mbusa no say after abolishing the 1% yield levy, is the ruling government trying to bring it back in a different model or what? Why am I saying this? There is this man in the Ashanti region. Na sa up anyway where NDC for empenifo ni bi pa ewo Asante memu ha na oka bi so a ewo mu pa. So without taking it from the horizon man your video no na tinchiri mu no e ma me I'll be right back.
One thing about we so pa is to broaden the tax net.
Okay.
People want to tax organ how much, and we don't want to introduce a friends and suppressive tax laws. No. We want to do something to compel everybody. Say, why I was already in tax. Do you know, say, a year free your friends, E-Levy everywhere. In place of E-Levy, we are planning to say, but you use mobile money payments, energy tax. For example, what of will be on the pay what their mom. A win-win situation. So we nowadays mobile momo to car. Now reference one, or pressure one means services. And one would be a better free Nipano. Set 2 cities are about and I'm so my minya. Doctor taxing and Camina, will give 50 pesos.
In the end, a wholesome tax. But some can evade it because a optional. So man press one.
That is why
that is in the panel.
Wait, that is why it is our motivation because what's worse it will lessen all tax obligation because I think there was going to tax my buy. Will be our leader from over the first 40, 90 will be. Take your penny and maybe 15,000, 16,000. Yeah. Because apparently the Momo China car. It was a penny maybe get a canna a friend a balance. Mason here, what the contract or and collection as Mimi China car and they okay no man. 2 the whole week, 20,000. When the manua. Also no, so on power wants to take over a European grand year. Was been a big cacao. So a person a boy in
to reintroduce a different form of E-Levy.
Yes. No,
E-Levy about a different form.
Yes. Mr. Oko transfer is coming at all.
No, it's a wholesome and
that's why I said in place and don't even mention E-Levy.
No, my friend is a say electronic transaction.
We do her, we will find a name for it, but a idea will be a better because anything about creating.
I see.
And you see, once we are able to increase government revenue, and you may buy your mind, then finally, the extractive sector and natural resources. We also have a strategy in the next 4 years. We bet my increase here anything to about 55%.
I was there welcome. Nah, but also what I say. Maybe I can't think far. I said your mind in church and in seven. I can't think far. So I was just asking myself, saying, it's not 10%, sorry, 1% E-Levy, no, any betting tax, ne idea bit me a boamwa. I don't know mama now. I crossing my car, Nansu Mani, ye kind of position say, ye be here for you, but you're buying a scan a free move banner, a bit me a bois, I'm a new mark on anymore. Then for the casa, but after all, a casa will be die casa. Now the one person who sign for back door, the banner, ye be ye, you know, reference one, one, be show on more, not just so baby tiaka. I forgot to say, what show on more, yeah, nice, yeah, Tisona, ye also your mobina. How is the Ghanaian people going to accept this? Anyway, this is Ghana must know. Interesting times ahead. Ghana for your mom pie. See you in Ayentanquem, near Shedia and Namquem. Thank you so much.
Just say at this stage, nothing surprises us when it comes to a NDC. Yes, nothing will surprise Ghanaians when it comes to NDC because ye catch remo abusia NDC penini bi akwa enkomo bi na saa enkomo no eno na me be ka kire NDC penini no akwa ka se enche aban edi a different form of E-Levy ebeba Ghana or the eyesa law no ebe ko parliament amoma giatum na that form of E-Levy no abusia. It is different in a form, say, instead say it will be imposed on Momo and now say Momo payments in and out, no, abusia or say, sa E-Levy, no, it is going to be imposed on services, abusia, tienio, me say, at this stage, nothing surprises us about NDC because mo bano, mo be kachire ye say, E-Levy mube ye free ho kro chese we ye da yanso E-Levy humpo daye abusia so what the NDC penini eka okodi san komoi ewo Oyerepa FM omo morning show so eno okodi san komo no na abusia me say NDC hado yamfa nyeye because sebe wudi eye dokunu 5 cedi achi a abusua se ya na yede be ma wo wudi enchinam ene eye E-Levy ene eye betting tax achi a se ya na yede be ma wo obi a ohwe wo ba abusua wo se wo mpe pad a ye betoto akosoro eno ti se ya omode ya adwene ebedi eye agoro saa mo baaye ena mo yi eye E-Levy free ho ena mo so ani nyina kogu eye utilities eso abaya djuma ye omo ye abaya djuma abusia mo koma omo eye akatuantu mu a na mo amo omo eye 10% otiti free mu a abusia eka buruburo tase minus ena odi kofie me say NDC for say E-Levy no they are going to rebrand it and then bring it back to Ghanaians. Akase omode beko eye parliament ama eye parliament agiatum abusia enyame na meka o picture no ene da soro ho no NDC panyini ene koka eye sa asemwe ewo eye Oyerepa FM na minshraw sede bia ubetie eye ensempa me say fa wonsa bo eye follow button no so fa wonsa ebo eye follow button no so now fe like it, comment it, now fe share na chira wadwene ewo eye sa asem we ho nyame enhyira o
chira wadwe fama ewo comment section aha yi Penyah Media.